Hello, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. It is Jude here, and I wanted to come and talk really briefly about just kind of like about how difficult it can be when you're the only person um, believing a certain way in your house, and it's gonna be kind of short. I hope. But what I want to say is, okay, so I believe that today is the Sabbath day, and this is or it begins the Sabbath day. At sundown Friday to sundown Saturday is a full Sabbath. And so, with that being said, I'm the only one who kind of believes still in that in my household. I'm the only one who not only believes in it, but really does go ahead and try to observe this day, like Scripture says to. I'm not perfect. I have to look to the Scripture obviously to know how to observe it correctly and properly. But I do know it's significant and it's important, and that I should try to observe it and honor this day, right? But my mother, who is still alive, who I stay with, and I have two other siblings who are still here at the home with me as well, and my mom. And they don't believe this way, and they don't observe it. So the day they observe as a Sabbath is Sunday. They are the typical Christians. Well, I can't say typical Christians. They're Christian believers. Um, they go to church on Sundays, and after that, it's fair game to do whatever they would like to do. And so clearly, we are already in opposition because this is a Friday night. Sometimes they don't go anywhere, other times they do. But like on a night like tonight, they are watching a movie. And I'm a movie buff just as much as they are. Um, and they're actually watching a movie that I rather enjoy. And usually my bedroom is in the living room where I'm staying. Well, with my mom right now, my bedroom is in the living room. So I don't have my own room. And so right now, I'm actually in my sister's room. Whom she isn't here; she's at work, and so that's how come I get to make this video really quickly. But I had to leave the room because basically, looking at this movie that is on, which is The Mummy Returns. That's I'm sorry, y'all. I'm messing with my hair and stuff. Whatever. And I think my sister might be back. But anyway, The Mummy Returns. We're not supposed to do our pleasure and things on the Sabbath, or things that pleasure us on the Sabbath. We are to really, really, really focus on the Most High. That means set aside time to read His Word. Because honestly, a lot of times, every day throughout the week, you're having to be busy working or just doing whatever it is that you desire to do and that you want to do. But in Scripture, it is the Sabbath day that God like says, take a moment and stop from everything else that you do, all the other work that you do throughout the week, and honor me and rest. You rest too, but your resting is going to be in essence honoring me. And then a little further down in Scripture, He gives us just more detailed information of how we're supposed to observe the Sabbath, what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to read from the law on the Sabbath. We are supposed to talk about this to our family, our friends, and we're supposed to be obviously together with others who believe the way that we do. And now back in that time, that would have been a whole lot easier. But because we've been under a curse for so long, and we have come to know the other gods that are associated with Christianity and other world religions, we do not know how to keep the commandments anymore. So, it is what it is. My parents do not believe that that Saturday is the Sabbath, and if they do, they don't think it's that big of a deal for them to be going to church and celebrating it on Sundays. But tonight I wanted to make a video about this because it is kind of hard. It's not hard to keep the commandments, but when you are in a household where they see nothing wrong, obviously, with the way that they do things and the way that it's been traditionally done in the American society, Christianity teaches Sunday worship, and so, Sunday is, that's it. And everything, every other day, obviously, is fair game. So when I'm a person who's believing that the seventh day is the Sabbath, it's very hard because my family is going about their lives, doing what they are going to do and what they want to do. And I, on the other hand, am trying to do what I would like to do, which is, to keep the Sabbath. And it's tough. So I had to come in the room just so I could do my own reading. Y'all remember this book, anybody who's seen any of my videos, and y'all remember this book. So I am going to read a little bit. I'm going to read from the law. Not right now on here. I'm not going to do that on here. Unless, I don't know. I didn't plan on doing it. I kind of just planned on talking about how, just kind of how hard it is to be set apart, in the household of people who, they are in Christianity and they act that way. And by acting that way, I just mean they don't observe this. So therefore, they're doing what they want to do, and it makes it a little hard for me because it's the day that I observe as the Sabbath. But other than that, that's that. That's all I wanted to say. It's kind of hard. Usually I get to sit in the living room and I can just read, or if it's late enough, I'll just go to sleep and then, wake up tomorrow, do a lot of my reading, a lot of watching videos about people who teach sermons about the Sabbath. Not about the Sabbath, but who actually observe the Sabbath like me. So I'll watch the sermons that they have and things like that. But tonight I'm up and I'm not trying to go to sleep right now, so I know I'm gonna read. And I couldn't just do that, in my bedroom because it's the living room and they're in there watching television. So yeah, it's a little tough, but I think that these things honestly do make us kind of strong because, you just have to learn how to deal. You have to learn how to push through, and you have to learn how to do what you're supposed to do, even when other people around you maybe make that a little hard for you to do. So that's something I wanted to say. And that is it. I want to say Shabbat Shalom to all of Israel that is observing across this entire world. Shabbat Shalom to you. And I'm about to get started. All right, you guys. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful day. And yeah, that's all I got. And it is short, you guys. 8 minutes is short usually for me. So, woohoo!